like to call this meeting the Show Low City Council to order. Show that all council members are present, for the exception of Councilman Hatch, who has to be excused tonight. Tonight, I've asked Councilman Judd to lead us in the invocation, follow the pledge by Councilman Clark. If you'd all like to stand and join us, you may do so.
Our Heavenly Father, we're grateful for this opportunity we have to meet together this evening for City Council. We pray that Thy Spirit will be with us at this time, and we're grateful for our many blessings. We're grateful for our first responders, our police, our firefighters, and our military personnel. We ask that Thou watch over and protect them. We're grateful for this great city that we have to live in and the beautiful area that this is, and we're grateful for the citizens of Show Low and those that have come today, and we're grateful for them and their willingness to participate in this process. And we say these things in the name of Thy Son, Jesus Christ. Amen.
Join me in the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Councilman Judd, Councilman Clark. I appreciate that. Next item on the agenda is call to the public. Any citizen desire to speak on a matter that's within the jurisdiction of the city council may do so at this time. Seeing nobody sprint up here, we'll go to the next item on the agenda under special events. Recognition of the Show Low High School girls soccer team. Congratulations. And we'd like to call on Coach Ellis to come up and tell us a little bit about the team, and then afterwards, we'd like to give you a little gift from the council and the city.
Thank you so much for inviting us here tonight. Just to share a little bit about these girls so you kind of know their journey. Again, I take very little credit for the success the girls have had. I probably could have showed up in a lawn chair with my coffee and they would have been successful. They've gotten to a point where they've learned the value of hard work. They've learned the value of teamwork and working together. There's been so much growth with these girls. I started coaching these girls 4 years ago at the high school, but a lot of this goes back further than that, and especially around the AYSO program. So we appreciate the support the city provides for the fields that we have out there and the recreation areas that those girls have, because really that's where their success comes from. It doesn't start at the high school level. It starts back when they're 5 and 6 years old, and it comes from their parents and the community. It truly does take a community to create this kind of success that these girls have had. And just very, very well-rounded. As a group, when I looked in the fall during the season, they had a cumulative GPA of 3.96 as a team. So very, very intelligent girls. Hopefully you've seen a lot of these girls last year with basketball, and hopefully you see them again with basketball this next year as well. So it's not just soccer that they're focused on. A lot of these girls do lots of other activities and sports. And so they're very well-rounded, not just on the academic side. But these girls this last year, just here as a team, we traveled over 3,600 miles this last year to play soccer. And that doesn't include our trip to London. When you count that in, we took a lot of these girls to London for spring break. That's 15,000 miles, where they spent a week of their spring break playing soccer in London. And so again, it's been a very long journey, but again, it's been super, super inspiring to watch them grow and see the young ladies they've become, because really I feel like most of them can sit in those chairs one day, whether in this community or another community. That's the type of girls that we have on this team. And so I'm very, very proud of them. And I'm very thankful for the parents and the support that they've provided to these girls as well. And that's one of the reasons for their success as well.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. And again, congratulations. What we'll do at this time is we'll call up the girls and present you with a little gift from the city staff and the city council. Stay up here, because afterwards we'll call up the coaches and we'll have group pictures. And then if you guys would like to stay, we'd love for you to stay throughout the meeting. It could be a long one tonight, so stick around. But again, congratulations. You guys are amazing. It's pretty exciting when we get to do this. I think most of us sitting up here are alma mater, so it's pretty cool that we get to do this a lot, because our athletes on this mountain are amazing. So continue to grow, and we hope to see you. What's coming up? Softball, what are we going to next? Basketball. Well,
I say the girls have to finish their basketball
just
season.
say, we'll probably see you soon, maybe for basketball.
That is absolutely our hope, sir.
Not in order.
Oh, they're in order.
Hmm? They're at the bottom.
Keely Butler. And Taylon Butler.
No butlers.
Butlers. Kinley Douglas.
You were hoping the butlers were here, so you didn't have to go first. Congratulations, great job.
Sophie Ellis.
Just hide off to the side. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good job.
Sarah Freeman. Mila Hewitt.
In front of me. We're still looking.
Hi, Mila. You're so cute. We want to just stand here for a while.
Sure, let the blind guy find it. Isn't that it? Congratulations.
That is
Thank you. McKenna Judd.
Congratulations.
Mackenzie Coolish. Maylee Lazenby.
Oh, congratulations.
Mariah McNeil. Grace Moore. Tatum Moore.
Congratulations. This is Grace.
Yep.
You can have this one then.
Cheers.
Yes.
I'll figure it out, I promise. We're organized up here.
Destiny Murphy. Marissa Randall. Sophia Sanchez. Sydney Stahl. Naomi Tapia. Haley Webb. Aubrey Wilson.
Congratulations.
Hope we didn't forget anybody.
You get
Rachel?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Save the best for last.
Yes.
Save the best for last, and you can get those to the two butlers.
Okay, and then the coaches, we have Coach Chris Ellis,
Thank you again, sir. Appreciate it. Congratulations. Good job.
Chuck Daddy Marsh, by way of Councilman Clark.
Congratulations.
Good job, buddy.
Tanner Marsh, Dale Stahl, Reese Zerflu, Leah Huber. Manea. Thank you.
You guys want to gather in front here, and you're all welcome to take pictures if you'd like to. If you guys want to just get here in the middle somehow.
Let's slide back to the middle, ladies. Because you ladies need to be in the middle.
Put them on, slide in.
In there.
Sean, you're complicating it.
You can come closer and take pictures if you'd like. Way back there, that's a lot of zooming.
Yeah.
Zoom. Well, found the team mom.
Yeah.
And congratulations, and we'll give you a couple minutes. to step up.
Thank you again.
Probably should tell Beta Royal I have to stay.
We'll give you a couple minutes to leave if you'd like to. Unless you want to stay, we're welcome to stay. But then you're stuck in here. No leaving during the meeting. Thank you, guys. Congratulations again. Maybe we should have had him stay. It looks more impressive.
I know, it's great.
Mayor, I have a feeling that this group will come back a couple more times.
Good. That's awesome.
Same group for basketball last year.
Oh, is it?
Same girls,
All righty, next item on the agenda is presentation of the annual report by the Shoal Historic Society. Mrs. Thomas, I'm sorry that half the crowd left, but there's a few, half, yes.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, and City staff. I'm Claire Thomas. I'm the Director of the Shoal Historical Society Museum here in Shoal, 561 East Dusif Clubs. Well, we had a busy season at the museum this year, this past year. We tried to set a goal for the visitors that we think we might have, and so this year it was 5,000. And we bypassed that by 33. So 5,033 visitors for this season. So we were really very happy about that. We have 15 volunteers that volunteer on a regular basis, and we couldn't do that museum without them. So the total volunteer hours, they logged in 1,390 hours for the season. We accessioned 155 donated items to the museum, and we have an active membership of 75. So the museum continues to host Heritage Day at the museum for all of the area school children. It's not just private or public school. We do private homeschools, charter schools. All you have to do is call, make an appointment. We'll be happy to give them a tour and teach them Shoal history. In addition to, we host family reunions, birthday parties, civic and church group tours. In July, every day in July, it's booked with these tours, so it's a busy place. And this year, we even hosted a wedding and bridal party shower. I thought, okay, that's the first. But they wanted to come and learn about their heritage and their families, and so it was wonderful. So I know you all enjoy hearing stories, but I know we're pressed on time tonight, but I must share this with you. We had a little 6-year-old and his mom come in And first and foremost, he was so excited because he got to sign his name in our guest registry all by himself. And so that was a big deal to him. And they spent over 2 hours in that museum. And so when her husband actually came looking for her. So when they were finishing up, he comes running up the hallway from the train room and gives me a big hug, and he says, "This museum is better than the Science Museum." I mean, how much more can you get than that? That was wonderful. And we hear a lot of comments like that, but out of the mouths of babes, you know, it's right there. So in addition to our creative crafters, our wood carvers, and our Silver Creek Railroad, we have these groups gather at the museum on a weekly basis. But this year, we are going to put in a new activity for those that want to come in and join us. It'll be on Saturday afternoons, and it's called Remember When. So we invite the public to come and learn through oral history about our area, and if they'd like to participate, then we certainly welcome that. So the museum continues to be in good standing with the Arizona Corporation Commission, Arizona Historical Society, Navajo County Library, and Museum Code of Ethics. The museum will reopen Wednesday, March 6th to the general public. So, thank you.
Appreciate that. You know, I could tell you one thing about, I've been to the museum many a times. We've done a show there a few times, but if you were there last year, go this year. Our last year was only a few weeks ago, but I just challenge you to go again because it changes a lot, more than you can imagine. But your staff does a great job, and it's nice to go in there and think about all the old memories for sure. And John, thank you for being a liaison for the museum. You do a great job on updating us every meeting, so I appreciate that.
Just wanted to, Mayor, just real quick, I just want to thank Claire for all her hard work. She does a lot of work there. She loves the heritage of Show Low, and she loves that museum, and I want to thank her and the volunteers.
Thanks, John. Appreciate that. Thank you. All righty, next item on the agenda is presentation of the State of City Address. Be patient. We got another video that Grace and her staff worked on, and I think they did I didn't think they could do better than last year, but they did it again. So we'll show that video now. Hello, I'm your Mayor, John Leach Jr. As the new year kicks in, it's time to look back at what we've accomplished this last year and talk about our plans for 2024. The City Council is happy to share this yearly update with everyone, covering big projects we finished and how our money is allocated and what we'd like to achieve in 2024. Welcome to the City of Show Low's State of the City Address.
Our city's economic outlook continues to trend positively, as shown by the continued growth in sales tax revenues. Project and construction activity remains strong, with the city issuing 100 single-family residential permits and 399 total permits.
Show Low continues to be the economic hub of the White Mountains and the economic leader throughout northeastern Arizona. Notable new commercial projects include the Marriott Hotel, Planet Fitness, Twisted Sugar, Papa Murphy's, the reconstruction of the Burger King restaurant, Buffalo Nickel Brewery on the Buffalo Bill restaurant site, Bagel Box Cafe, the expansion of Persnickety's Cafe, Sutton Weed and Pest Control, Hercules Industries location, newly constructed industrial buildings on Lumberman's Loop and on Commerce Drive in the Airport Commerce Center, over 50 new small business startups in Show Low, and the opening of the MPC Skill Center. We continue to take steps to develop a convention, events, and sports facility in Show Low. We've secured a site at Show Low Bluff for the project and are investigating options and potential partners. Another critical component of economic development is workforce housing. During our council retreat in October, the City Council explored new and innovative ways to tackle the increased housing cost affecting the entire state of Arizona. The City Council is continuing to explore innovative opportunities to overcome and make available workforce housing within the city limits.
In partnership with the Show Low Chamber of Commerce, the Show Low Tourist Information Center continues to see annual increases in visitor traffic. In 2023, city staff is thrilled to have developed our new tourism website, visitshowlow.com. Visit Show Low is helping the city increase its travel exposure.
We are working on several new initiatives to improve the economic vitality of Show Low, including a business incubator and commercial kitchen to nurture local entrepreneurs and cultivate new business startups. Our long-standing policy of being fiscally conservative and saving money for the future allows us to complete important projects every year. 2023 was no exception. This year, we were able to complete another citywide pavement improvement project in the Park Plaza subdivision. The extension of East Owens between South Central Avenue and 2nd Street is now complete. This completes a connection on Owens from the Deuce of Clubs to White Mountain Road. The replacement of the bridge structure downtown at the intersection of East Hall and North 11th Street was completed. Sidewalk connectivity continued throughout the city along East Owens and West Cooley. The city has been working with our consultant and ADOT to finalize design for the reconstruction of Wolford Road between Whipple and State Route 260. The city was awarded $2.4 million from the State of Arizona's SMART Grant program to complete the design of the Scott Ranch roadway extension from Show Low Lake Road to Penn Rod, including the bridge structure over Show Low Creek.
The sewer infrastructure on West McNeil and connecting streets between 4th Avenue and 8th Avenue Street were replaced. Wastewater replacement work allowing for the needed roadway improvements to move forward last summer were completed in the subdivision of Nicholas McNeil Acres and the area along South 11th Street. Wastewater capacity improvements near State Route 260 and East Stock are currently underway. Upcoming wastewater projects include improvement to capacity and improvement projects along East Savage and North 6th Street near the wastewater treatment facility. The construction of an additional 1 million gallon water storage tank at the Tank 8 site is complete and online. The city acquired a well from Show Low Bluff in a lot exchange. The water line connecting this new well to the Tank 13 system is completed. This new well will provide an additional 350,000 gallons per day. Work is underway in the Fools Hollow subdivision, replacing undersized mains and adding hydrants. The city's water master plan has had all of its initiatives and goals completed, featuring a new hydraulic system ensuring water needs are met for the next 20 years. Upcoming 2024 projects include water line replacement and fire hydrant installation in the city park, updated water system modeling, and improvements to the 300,000 gallon storage site.
The council and staff are committed to using your taxpayer dollars wisely. Our policies and efforts ensure we have the necessary funds to meet your needs and withstand economic downturns. We also save money to pay for at least a portion of larger projects in future years. The city has received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting from the Government Finance Officers Association for 19 consecutive years. Additionally, in the past 3 years, the city has also been awarded their Triple Crown designation, which recognizes governments that have received the Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting, the Popular Annual Financial Reporting Award, and the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award. To protect you and our city's assets, we have 2 permanent mandates: to maintain at least a minimum of $1 million in reserves and to require a supermajority vote of the sitting council to approve any tax increase. Transparency is very important to the city. We invite you to participate in our civic process when the council and staff meet to discuss next year's budget. Every budget meeting is open to the public. The current budget calendar is posted on our website. To celebrate our May 1953 incorporation, we held our annual party along with the Barbecue Throwdown. The popular competition drew barbecue pitmasters from across the United States. On May 4th, 2024, we will again host the Barbecue Throwdown as we bring back the popular People's Choice category, where attendees can sample professional barbecue.
Our annual 4th of July Parade and Freedom Fest drew spectators and participants from across the state to enjoy patriotic activities, live music, and a spectacular fireworks show.
My grandkids very much enjoy the Freedom Fest on the 4th of July. We get to watch the fireworks from their backyard and gather as a family and have a barbecue. And the kids run and play and experience everything that Show Low has to offer on that wonderful day.
Our signature Show Low Shines for the Holidays event illuminated our city with sparkling Christmas lights and holiday spirit. We are proud to provide a full year of spirited activities to our citizens and visitors. To expand amenities and attractions, we built and opened our new inclusive playground and splash pad at Frontier Field. The joy of creating an environment for all children to play together is one that the council and staff are proud to have completed. Council and City of Show Low staff are working internally and with partners to plan and develop other parks and recreation amenities in Show Low. Timothy McKay Park between Central and Old Linden Road will be the first new public park developed. The first phase of development will take place in 2024. Additionally, Show Low Public Library continues to provide opportunities with programming and activities for all ages. The city received grant funding to construct 8 additional pickleball courts at City Campus. This project is under construction and is scheduled for completion in spring of 2024. The city also has funds to construct a restroom at the pickleball complex.
In the pursuit of preserving our city's history, the historic Reedhead home continues to receive necessary repairs on its journey to preservation. The foundation has undergone extensive repairs. Also, using grant funds, we have contracted with a historic building architect to perform a comprehensive building assessment. The assessment report also provides recommended restoration projects.
There's a lot of great people who came before us, and this was a really tough place to live. Show Low was really hard, difficult. And when you read the stories of those ancestors and those people who came here, it was a tough, tough place. They sacrificed a lot so we could have our community. We enjoy this beautiful area, a strong city. We need to show our thanks to them by honoring them, by making these monuments and these markers to show them, hey, thank you for your hard work, because we get to enjoy these parks, these trails, these roads, these communities, because of those early days, those early settlers who sacrificed a lot to live in a very tough area. And I'm very grateful. That's why I care.
This year's Parks Improvements projects include Americans with Disabilities Act, or ADA, renovations to restrooms at City Campus Gym and Senior and Ponderosa Fields. A new ADA accessible restroom was constructed near the old pavilion at City Park, and an ADA family restroom and changing room at the Aquatic Center. These projects were grant funded. The city partnered with the Arizona Game and Fish Department to construct an ADA accessible ramp from the parking lot at Show Low Lake to the fishing and boat docks. The Regional Stormwater Detention Project has been bid, and the contract will be awarded soon. This project will detain runoff from the city park and other upstream properties to help mitigate the flooding of downstream properties. The construction of the city entry signs began in the fall of 2023. This project will be completed in 2024.
The city has hired a consulting firm to prepare a focused planning study for the future Crosswind runway. This study is in the early stages, and the work includes an important public outreach component. The city has partnered with a developer to construct infrastructure to accommodate 10 hangar buildings. The infrastructure installation is scheduled for completion in the spring of 2024. We offered our 24th annual Project Clean Sweep program. We also provided a free Christmas tree recycling site, co-sponsored the 14th annual Electronic Waste and Used Tire Collection event with Navajo County, and expanded our Adopt a Street program. If you are interested in participating in our Adopt a Street or any of our other volunteer-based programs, please contact the city for more information. In observance of the Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service, the city has sponsored an annual service day since 2009. We invite you to join us this year on April 27th for our community service project. In addition, we support the 12th annual Community Fast of Compassion.
Community Fast as something that we could give back to the community. What it is if you want you to fast a meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever, and anything, whatever that cost of that meal would have been, and then we would take that money and we would put it in to help people in need around the holidays here in Show Low. It was a great aspect for what community service is really all about for the city of Show Low. And when it first started in 2013, it was they collected $5,000. Now this year we have over $49,000, almost $50,000 that we can help people in the community around the holidays.
We attribute much of our success to our steadfast employees and volunteers who deliver their best in serving our community. Their volunteerism, community involvement, holiday celebrations, and much more are the cornerstone of the spirit of the city of Show Low.
And I've never been more proud of a place that I've lived than the little town of Show Low. The meadow was always something that would catch my eye when I would drive by. The wheelchair-bound people can use those pullouts on that walking path to sit and fish or just watch the stream go by. That's something that I think that the city had good thoughts in mind about enabling people that are wheelchair-bound. And the original character of the town is demonstrated, I believe, in the opportunities that you'll find in that meadow.
This last year, we completed the Navajo County Law Enforcement Memorial. This memorial recognizes all fallen law enforcement officers in Navajo County. It is located in the heart of Show Low by City Hall. We have worked with our state and regional partners on improving public safety communications. This has included implementing a regional communications channel, transitioning to FirstNet, and adding redundant communication pathways. Additionally, the new Regional Communications Center is almost complete and will be operational within a couple of months. We added 2 additional school resource officers to promote safety and security for our students, teachers, staff, and parents. The development of partnerships with federal, state, local, and private agencies has been pursued to help fund and improve services. This has included grants from DEMA, Arizona State Parks, Navajo County, the 100 Club, and other organizations. Through these partnerships, law enforcement is developing regional investigations, SWAT, communications, analytics, and information sharing. An effort has been made this year to leverage technology to improve communications with the public and to improve transparency. This goal has been furthered with an automatic text messaging system that keeps victims and reporting parties informed of their case's status and progress within the criminal justice system.
I'm grateful for our police department. We want to make sure that they have everything that they need to keep our community safe. We feel like this is a great community to live in. I've lived in Show Low for almost 20 years, and I've always been impressed with our police department. The other day, my son was in a traffic accident. The police department responded quickly. They took charge, and they got everything organized, got everyone safe and off the road. And I'm grateful for everything that our police department brings to our community.
The city's long-standing partnership with Timber Mesa Fire and Medical District is one that supports community involvement and safety. Timber Mesa Fire and Medical District is grateful to serve the residents and visitors in Show Low and surrounding communities. They pride themselves on being a strong community partner, proactive in fire prevention activities, and being prepared for the growing demand of emergency response.
Your City Council wants to thank you for believing in us to handle the city affairs. We uphold that trust in every choice we make, staying true to our community standards. The City of Show Low staff and the City Council are devoted to doing our very best in every project and decision. We aim to create a legacy building on the past for the future of our city. We appreciate everyone, including you, for making our community better. We wish you and your family a fantastic 2024, full of health, peace, prosperity, and happiness. May God continue to bless you and our community. Thank you. Great job. Thank you guys very much. City Council for taking time out of your day to do that. Grace, the photography in that was amazing. Absolutely was. Jay, thank you. But I got to do one more thing before I let you go. Grace, can you come up here and Jay? And I'm going to drag some of the guys out from the back if they could. Over here. There they are over there. Behind the scenes, Jay kind of got involved this year, and Grace, I'd like you to introduce each of them if you don't mind, and the work that they do. When I drug them over to my house during a snowstorm, I think Miles looked at me, he goes, "No." Well, I sat out there long enough, he told me to go in the house because I was turning really red. So, Grace, if you mind introducing the staff for us, please.
It's my absolute pleasure. First and foremost, I couldn't possibly have any more pride than I do in my staff. They're a wonderful culmination of people. We have our senior media specialist, Miles Erdman, and then we also have our 2 media specialists, and we have Jace Cook as well as Jacob Enfield, and they're a phenomenal group who poured their hearts and energy into this project with a phenomenally positive attitude that I couldn't possibly ask for more.
And I couldn't imagine getting all of us to, at certain times, scattered out throughout the city to pull that off. I think Miles lost a little bit of hair over this, but anyway, Jay, thank you very much for what you did in there. I think the voices were amazing. You guys just did an outstanding job. Go ahead, Jay.
One thing real quick.
Yes.
We gave this group kind of a task, a challenge. I don't know, it's been 6 or so months ago to go get some really awesome footage. I think they did it, so I appreciate that. They put a lot of work into that, and I think it showed in this project.
Thank you. Thank you guys very much. Anybody else? Any comments?
I'd just like to thank you, Mayor.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to thank you and your patience as we do these recordings. You guys are very, very kind, and it makes it easy to do them, and I want to thank you for all you do. So.
I ditto that, and I appreciate your time and effort and always being patient with the city council.
Anybody else? Any quick comments?
You know, and whenever you guys put us together, you guys make the best out of the worst of everybody. So thank you very much for helping us out that way.
And thank you guys very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Grace. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it very much. I don't know.
So as with all of our city council meetings, they are available online via YouTube and Facebook and all of our social channels. However, the staff has cut just the state of the city, which will be posted tomorrow in the afternoon. And so anyone who would like to share just that portion is more than welcome to.
Thank you, Grace. Appreciate it. All righty, next item on the agenda, the consent calendar, where I'll entertain a motion to proclaim by the mayor proclaiming January 15th, 2024 as Martin Luther King Jr. Day of Service. Consideration of acceptance of Nicholas and McNeil Acre subdivision roadway improvements. Consideration of resolution number R24-03 granting utility easement at well 17. Consideration of resolution number R 2024-04 granting utility easement. Sure. At Nicholas Park on East McNeil. Consideration of acceptance of Armstrong Consultants Task Order F for the design of large helicopter parking pad. Consideration of acceptance of aquatic center restroom remodel. Consideration of acceptance of the Shoal Lake Americans of Disabilities Act boat ramp improvements. Consideration of resolution number R 2024-02 approving intergovernmental agreement with Phoenix Police Department. Consideration of resolution number R 2024-01 accepting donations of land as described in a special warranty deed. Consideration of the minutes of the Shoal Lake City Council meeting retreat on October 25th, 23. Special meeting minutes of December 5th, 23, and the regular minutes of December 5th, 2023. I'll entertain a motion, or does anybody want to yank anything off there? I got a motion. I got a second? All those in favor? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you all. Next item on the agenda is consideration of requests submitted by property owners to annex AP 2010-33-040C, number P 1624. Mr. Dragaskas.
Mayor, members of council, Joseph Holland, on behalf of NV US Investments LLC, has approached the city requesting annexation of AP number 210-33-040C into the city of Show Low to allow for multifamily development on the subject property, and APN 210-33-040B, which is adjacent. The applicant owns both parcels. Proposed annexation consists of approximately 0.52 of an acre and is rectangular shaped. The property proposed to be annexed into the city of Show Low is contiguous on one side of the corporate limits of the city for at least 300 feet. Should the council wish to proceed with this annexation, the blank petition would be filed with Navajo County, and within 30 days from the date of filing, the property owner would be notified and a public hearing would be held before council. After the 30-day period, signatures would be obtained, a signed petition would be filed, and the council would be presented with an ordinance for annexation. Staff is available for questions.
Questions or comments? Or motions? Councilman Adams.
Move to authorize staff to file a blank petition with the Navajo County Recorders for the proposed annexation.
Motion, I need a second. Got a second with Councilman Alsop. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Same sign. Motion passed. Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is approval of purchase of new microphones for the city council chambers. Yay. You might be able to hear what we're saying. Huh? Grace.
Oh, thank you, Council, for your time. I'll keep this brief. I'm here to discuss the replacement of the microphones that are currently installed on your dais. The integrity of this room is top priority for staff, and these microphones were installed in 2010. At 14 years, they have long exceeded their lifespan, and I'm confident that you, like my staff, have observed their failures. We have projection issues, we have volume issues. My staff has been troubleshooting that for more than a year. In 14 years, technology, of course, has expanded, and we are due for a replacement. We have procured a quote from a reputable company who is ready to install top-of-the-line microphones that will mitigate those issues, and we are looking to advance and maintain the integrity of this room.
Questions? Comments? Motions? Vice Mayor?
I move to authorize the purchase of new council chamber audio microphones at the cost of $8,569.70 using city council contingency.
Got a motion, I got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you. I can tell you, even with the small crowd in here, they can't hear us. We have big crowds and there's no way. So thank you, Grace, appreciate that. Next item on the agenda is consideration of resolution number R 2024-05, rescinding resolution number R 20-1038 and adopting revised dog license fees, animal control fees, and police administration fees. Commander Westover.
Thank you, Mayor, Council, and staff. So resolution number R 2010-38, adopted by the City Council on September 7th, 2010, set dog license, animal control, and various administrative fees charged by the police department. These fees have not changed for over a decade and need to be revised, reflecting the current cost of materials and labor. The individual fees being revised are for the following. The animal pickup fees are increasing from $20 to $25. The animal boarding fee increasing from $10 per day to $15 per day. Video recordings increasing from $10 to $45 plus $35 per video hour viewed after the first hour. Audio recordings, set fee of $20. Photographs per disc increase from $10 to $15. Per USB drive, the set fee of $25. fingerprinting increasing from a flat fee of $10, which is usually for 2 cards, to $10 per card. No charge for volunteers or nonprofit groups. And staff recommends adopting the revised dog license, animal control, and police administrative fees, and I'm available for questions if you have any.
Sir, any questions? Do you guys do the ink still for fingerprints?
We do,
I
yep.
haven't had my fingerprints done in a while, so.
Yeah, we're one of the few in the region that do it still.
Okay.
Make a motion.
Councilman Alsop.
I move to adopt resolution number R 2024-5, rescinding resolution number R 2010-38, and adopting reserve dog license fees, animal control fees, and police administrative fees.
Got a motion, I need a second. Got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Feels better to get up and come up here every now and then, doesn't it? Sitting in the back. Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is consideration of award of a construction contract for West Stock to SR 260 sewer replacement, City of Show Low, project number S3022. Mr. Himsaw.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The city's 2024 capital improvement plan budget includes $477,000 labeled West Stock to 260 replacement. The scope of this work includes the installation of approximately 1,500 linear feet of new 15-inch PVC sewer main, 9 wastewater manholes, new sewer services, and a bore for a steel casing for the sewer main replacement under State Route 260. The project will require or replace an undersized old 8-inch sewer main that requires frequent repairs. The work will take place near the intersection of West Stock, State Route 260, and Show Low. Ironside Engineering designed the project. The construction cost estimate of $530,000. The project was bid in accordance with statutory requirements with the following results. Apache Underground Excavating at $591,350.00, and Apache Construction LLC at $904,753.64. Due to the rising construction costs, the excess funding to construct the project will come from the wastewater general improvements line item in the current budget. Staff recommends awarding a construction contract for the West Stock to 260, a replacement project, City of Show Low, project number S3022 to Apache Underground Excavating in that amount not to exceed that $591,350.00, and authorize those associated budget transfers. The bid tabulation is attached and available for any questions.
Thanks, sir. Any questions, comments, motions? Councilman Alsop.
I move to award the construction contract for West Stock to SR 260 sewer replacement project, City of Show Low, project number S3022 to Apache Underground and Excavating in an amount not to exceed $591,350, and authorize associated budget transfers.
I got a motion. I'll go ahead and second that. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Oh, Councilman Alsop, did you have a comment?
I just, Shane, on the 15-inch that we're putting across there, and we're boring an 8-inch new line underneath the highway there?
No, actually, our contractor is going to bore a 36-inch casing for any future upgrades or things we need to do in the future. We'll be sliding a 15-inch sewer main through that casing under the highway.
So that leaves you more room in case we need to do something else. Those are my questions. I just want to make sure we have enough to where we can put maybe a 20-inch or 24-inch in there later on.
Yeah, there'll be a larger case in there in case to do that, you bet.
Thank you, sir.
I believe we already had a motion and a second and a vote. Was that unanimous? All those in favor? Make sure. All those opposed? Okay, motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is consideration of award of construction contract for City Park Regional Detention, City of Show Low, project number FM 1323. Mr. Himsaw.
On November 7th, 2023, the City Council approved Resolution R 2023-21, accepting $140,000 from Navajo County Flood Control District to help construct a regional detention basin located in the city park. City of Show hired an engineering consultant to design the facility, and Navajo County agreed to provide up to $140,000 for the construction costs. The scope of the work includes the excavation of approximately 70,000 cubic feet of material to establish a regional detention basin, installation of an outlet structure and piping, a new pedestrian bridge for the walking path, water sewer service relocations, and seeding. The work shall take place in the city park in Show Low. Ironside Engineering and Development designed the project with a construction cost estimate of $140,000. The project was publicly bid in accordance with statutory requirements with the following results. BW Construction at $172,094.60. Navapache Construction LLC, $182,000, $45.29. Western Grade LLC at $227,008.90. HT4 at $243,850.00. Perkins Cinders Incorporated at $266,824.30, and Shola Construction at $276,748.52. Due to the raising construction costs, the excess funding to construct this project will come from the City Park Streets and Trails line item in the current budget. The line item is intended for use for city improvements within the city park. Staff recommends awarding the construction contract for the City Park Regional Detention Project, City of Shola, project number FM1323 to BW Construction LLC in that amount not to exceed that $172,094.60. The bid tabulation and the aerials are attached. I'm here for questions.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
Real quick, I just want to thank Navajo County for not giving us this, well, sort of giving us this money. I appreciate the supervisors. I know it's well needed in that subdivision, and hopefully this is going to eliminate any further flooding in this neighborhood. I know we've done a lot of work in there to mitigate some of that water, and I hope this helps a lot. And kind of just maybe explain a little bit more in detail how that's going to work, because it's not going to be fenced, it's not going to be a pool, it's not going to be, kind of explain how it's going to drain out if it just goes back into the earth and how that goes, if you don't mind.
You bet. So the facility will look like a normal retention detention basin. There'll be a depression of 4 or 5 feet. However, it's designed to fill up when rain events happen. Our goal is to capture as much water as we can fit in that area and then slowly release that through smaller pipes so the downstream channels and piping can handle that reduced flow, not the big gush of water when those big events come. So that's kind of the intent of the detention basin. It's going to have soft slopes so you can walk in and out of there, and we intend to seed it when we're done.
So when it's dry, it'll probably look like it does now, basically, right?
Be dry, yeah.
Okay.
And it'll drain every time it fills up. So and the intention is not to have a pond or a lake in that location.
Good, thank you. Vice Mayor?
I move to award the construction contract.
Wait, real quick, does anybody else have any?
I did, but that's all right. Go ahead and let her make her make.
Also, go ahead. Did you have a question?
Shane, and I think you already talked about it, it's a detention, not a retention, so we're not going to be holding water there all the time. But I definitely want to go along with the $140,000 Navajo County gave for us. And I want to thank staff for going outside the box and doing this one here to help those people down that lane down there off of Owens, to help them out for their flooding and stuff like that. So I want to thank you for going out of the box, engineering department, everything else to do that. So I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, and we really appreciate Navajo County partnering with us on this one for sure.
Hey, Vice Mayor? No, he did.
I move to award the construction contract for the City Park Regional Detention Project, City of Shola project number FM 1323 to BW Construction LLC in an amount not to exceed $172,094.60. And I too appreciate Navajo County and their assistance with this project.
Got a motion, I got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. When are they going to start that? I'm sorry. Sorry about that. I was going to ask.
I just spoke with BW Construction. They're actually in Snowflake. I just had to chat with them this week. They're saying they'd like to get the pre-con started in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So I would say as soon as weather breaks and they're okay to not move mud and mostly dirt, they'll be in there.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next item on the agenda is consideration of award of construction contract for city campus training building windows, City of Show Low, project number FM 3524. Mr. Cup.
You, Mayor, Vice Mayor, and Council. In September 2023, the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality provided funding in the amount of $94,494.80 to remediate lead and asbestos from the city campus training building. During the initial investigation, lead and asbestos were detected in the window paint and glazing. All of the windows and frames had to be removed, and the replacement of all the windows is required. This work included furnishing all labor, material, equipment, transportation, and services for the replacement of window glass and frames. The work also included, but is not necessarily limited to, preparation of window installation and glazing and cleanup to complete the installation of 64 42-inch by 72-inch windows. In October 2023, staff advertised the bid for the replacement of the windows. No bids were received. In December 2023, staff rebid the project. 2 bids were received. The specified windows were not available, so an alternative project was bid, and the results were LD&B LLC, $126,565.12. American Commercial Contracting, Inc., $142,400. Staff recommends awarding the construction contract for the city campus training building windows, City of Show Low project FM 3524 to LD&B LLC in an amount not to exceed $126,565.12. I'll be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you, sir. Is there any questions, comments? Vice Mayor.
Bill, could you go into further the purpose of the city campus training building and our partnership with the Arizona Department of Environmental Quality, as well as the DES as it relates to jobs and training for upgrading jobs?
Okay, so this building is of the 2 brick buildings, the old school brick buildings, this is the smaller of the 2. And it was, in the recent past, it was used as physical training for police. They also had some classrooms in there. The most current use has been our recreation department, does after-school programs and things like that, and other programs. Currently, they're in borrowed areas, so we're trying to get this building put back together again as quickly as we can. So really that building is we call it the training building, but really it's recreation now, the whole north half of that. The recreation folks will move back into that area. They really need some space. The other building just to the east, that larger building, is the one that is slated for, or at least we're looking at doing the business incubator, and possibly the commercial kitchen there. That's not quite as far along, but this one we're trying to get folks back in that building as quickly as we can. So there's quite a bit of work to do there.
Will we continue with training of police department staff?
I think police department is using other facilities for that. They've got their new police station, and we built the what is it? What do we call that one? The health center, the workout building. So that's where all of that type of physical training is happening now.
Any other questions, comments, or motions? Vice Mayor.
I move to award the construction contract for the city campus training building windows, City of Show Low project FM-3524 to LD&B LLC in an amount not to exceed $565.12.
Got a motion, I need a second. Second by Councilman Judd. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is consideration of award of a contract for sanitation collection service in the City of Show Low. Mr. Johnson.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Mayor and Council. The current contract for sanitation collection services with Waste Management, Inc. expires on June 30th, 2024. Staff recently advertised a request for proposals and held a mandatory pre-bid conference on November 29th, 2023, with 4 potential bidders in attendance. On December 20th, 2023 at 2 p.m., bid packages were due at City Hall, with 3 qualified proposals received with the following bid results. Wagon Wheel Waste, and this is for these are just for the base bid, which is 6 excess pickups and weekly trash and weekly recycling. Wagon Wheel Waste was $24.25 per resident per month, and the additional can rate was $9 with 6 excess pickups. Waste Management Inc. Was $20.87 for the first can and recycle, and $13.25 for additional cans with 6 excess pickups. And then Blue Hills Environmental, $27.50, $13.75 for additional cans. The current contract rate is $18.27 for 1 regular and 1 recycle can, and the current rate for each additional can is $8.02. Staff verified the dollar amounts and contacted listed references. Based on this information, staff recommends awarding the contract for sanitation services to Waste Management of Arizona, Inc. for the base bid amount of $20.87 per month. This base bid includes weekly pickup of both solid waste and recycling, as well as 6 excess pickups annually on agreed upon dates. And I'm available for any questions, and we also have representatives from Waste Management here too.
Any questions or comments? Motions? Councilman Judd?
I'll make a motion, and Justin, thank you for doing this bid and all your hard work on this. I move to award the sanitation collection contract to Waste Management of Arizona, Inc. with a base bid of $20.87, which includes weekly pickup of both solid waste and recycling, as well as 6 excess pickups annually on agreed upon dates, for an initial period of 5 years with an option of up to 3 2-year renewals, and authorize the mayor to sign the contract and supporting documentation.
Thank you, sir. I got a motion. I need a second. I got a second by Councilman Adams. All those in favor of the motion? All those opposed? Motion passed unanimously. Thank you, sir. Next item is, let me make sure. Next item is on the agenda is summary of current events. Councilman Adams.
I just want to thank staff. They work really hard when we have snowy conditions and clearing our roads, and they work hours of the night and till hours in the morning. It's a lot of hard work so we can drive on the roads the next day, and I want to thank them for all their hard work. They put a lot of hours in, and they deserve to be recognized for their hard work.
With that, and just, it's been a long time since we've met, and so I just wish everybody a Happy New Year.
Councilman also.
Just want to report, I went to a Main Street Board meeting, or it was a Zoom, and you can be there. And we just talked about the different things that's going on with the Main Street, getting ready for the farmer's market that was open up in May, and everything's on a great go for that. They're looking at all the stuff that they've done last year and trying to revamp and do better and make the city some money where we can do some other major projects around the city for Main Street. Also wanted to talk about, we talked about earlier with giving awards away and everything else, the boys and girls basketball at Show Low High School from freshman to varsity has been playing. The varsity girls only have 1 loss so far this season. Varsity boys only have 5 losses. The varsity boys went to a Camp Verde 2-day meet before Christmas. No, just right after Christmas, 27th, 28th, and they ended up taking 3rd place. And they also had the first Show Low Classic basketball tournament. They haven't had a tournament here in a lot of years, and it was a 3-day tournament. 10 teams came, 6A teams, 4A teams, 3A teams, 2A teams, and Show Low ended up taking 2nd place on that. And they had a great time and enjoyed a lot of basketball, and we are still in basketball right now for the high school. The last game is scheduled for February 8th, so we have about 7 or 8 more games left. So if you enjoy the cold and you want to get out for a while, go watch a basketball game and get warmed up a little bit and have some popcorn and pop. So thank you.
Thank you. Real quick, I want to ditto what, obviously, Councilman Adams said, and Vice Mayor, I appreciate the welcome everybody back, because it does seem like it's been a long time since we've been in this room, for sure. So I appreciate that, and I hope we have a great 2024, and there's a lot going on in the city, so as my wife would always tell me, to have patience. So it's going to be a great year, I believe. City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. So, as we indicated earlier in our budget study session, we've started the city's fiscal year 2025 budget. We're going to hold a town hall meeting specifically for citizen input this Thursday, January 18th at 6 p.m. here in the council chambers. All budget meetings are open to the public. For a list of the meeting dates, check our website at sholoaz.gov. I want you guys to put on your calendar February 2nd, that's Groundhog Day. The city does their annual Groundhog Day breakfast on that date, Friday, February 2nd from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. at the Turn of the Card Community Center. That's located at 301 East McNeil, and everyone's invited to attend. This is now election year for council, and there are candidate packets for anyone interested in running for a seat on the city council. The paperwork must be filed between March 9th and April 5th. The primary election will be held on August 6th. You can contact Rachel in our city clerk's office at 532-4061 to schedule an appointment if you want more information. In our public works projects, the city's contractor began working on the City Park water line replacement project. This will happen in the upcoming weeks. Pending weather, construction will also begin on the East Cooley sidewalk by Chase Bank. And the water main has been installed in the Fools Hollow water line replacement Phase 1 project, and the contractor will begin installing services now. And that's all I have, Mayor. Thanks.
City Manager, appreciate that. Anybody need seconds? Schedule of meetings.
Oh, just again, reminder that this Thursday is the budget town hall for citizen input, January 18th at 6 p.m. Council doesn't need to attend, but you're welcome to if you want to. I think Justin's basically going to give kind of the same presentation he gave tonight for anybody in the public that's interested. And then we would like you to look at your calendars for our next two meetings in February on the 6th and the 20th. We're going to need some study sessions with the council, so if you're available at 6 p.m. on those evenings, we'll have some study sessions on our workforce housing policy, and also we're going to be talking about Reedhead House, and it's also possible we'll be talking about the EAS service, the airline services, in some of those study sessions. So, is anybody not available on the 6th and 20th at 6 p.m.?
Those are all open to the public, correct?
For the public, those are the same night as our council meetings, but we like to start at 6 and just do a study session.
Very good. Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. Next item on the agenda, executive session on, we'll discuss or consideration of legal advice with our city attorney or attorneys. I'll entertain a motion. Before I do that, thank you guys for coming. We appreciate it. Thank you, Mr. Furneaux. It's nice seeing you again. It's been a couple months. It seems like a couple months. Ms. Thomas, always good to see you. Appreciate everything you do at the library. Thank you guys for coming in the back. I'll entertain a motion to go into executive session. I got a motion. I'll second it. All those in favor of the motion? Okay, we're now adjourned to executive session.